Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
Hey everybody, it's Positive Bluebird and welcome to our new home. It's been a bumpy ride for the last maybe 10 months of trying to figure out and budget what kind of home we would like to live in and what we can afford and things like that. And so we decided a townhome where it's so much easier that the HOA takes care of everything on the outside, as the roof, the siding, the grass, the water, trash, and sewer. That helps save a lot of money. So, and it's perfect for all four of us. It's about 1,860 square feet. We're used to being in 800 square feet. And yeah, it's no longer government housing. My son and I first moved to government housing in a different town when he was about 6 years old until he was 9.5, and then we moved again to other regular market apartments with Gerald and Shiloh, and then we went back on housing again, and I got them housing, and it's just not for us. It was a pretty bad living with no maintenance work. During the 4 years that we were there, there was really not a whole lot of maintenance work being done at all, and so when you let that stuff go, it just adds up and just makes it deplorable living. And so here we are, better living environment, more stability, no mortgage, just HOA and yearly taxes, and we're extremely happy about that. As far as where Gerald has been, I've got something in my eye. I knew I felt something like fuzzy. There was a fuzzy on my eye. Gerald has, excuse me, has been back in the hospital for the past 3.5 weeks. I kept it off of social media, except for a few friends that knew privately, because I didn't want the home buying process to come to a halt with disruption. We kept a lot of that secret. As far as everybody else knew, he was released from the hospital and was with us. So I just kept it private for those reasons, so that we could hurry up, go to closing, which was me, while Gerald was in the hospital. I did all the work. I did it for all of us, and we are here now. Sadly, what happened to Gerald about 3 weeks ago, right in the middle of us getting ready to close on our home, he suffered a brain hemorrhage during the time that one of his hematologists at a different medical facility thought that it would be safe enough to take him off of his Promacta medication. Within 3 days, the blood spots filled his entire body again, and he was not feeling good. He had a high temperature reaching about 104, and I said, we gotta go. Said they were gonna keep him for about 4 days, so it was not necessary for me to stay. So I went back home, stayed in the loop with the doctors and nurses, and they did say they were transferring him to another hospital. It was because he had suffered a brain hemorrhage and a mild stroke. He does have ITP, and it's related to that. If you look up ITP, it is a platelet disorder, and he got down below 2,000. We need, as humans, at least 200,000 to survive, and he was at 2,000. Seeing him near death twice in 3.5 years has been very scary. The first time was in 2018 when government housing ripped off all the shingles and had to replace them, and the roof and everything else, and it was kind of like a botched job. People were not showing up. They were taking 5 months to finish the job. It was crazy. Gerald became very sick with bacterial meningitis. Now, for the last 8 to 10 months, a unit above him had a bathroom, like a bathtub leak, and the government housing's management and maintenance took 2.5 months to try to fix it 8 different times, and not fixing it correctly with temp agents during COVID and it was a disaster. They left the bathroom ceiling exposure to mold and mildew, and it is mold and mildew. I don't want to hear it from the housing authority if they want to try to challenge me on anything. We all know what mold and mildew look like. It was on the wood. It was left open for quite a while, and Gerald and his daughter were breathing that in. Shiloh became very sick. She was getting migraines. She was getting straight Fs. And then suddenly, living at my home across the courtyard for 10 months, her migraines went away and she ended school with straight A's and 1 B. So how ironic that Gerald is fighting for his life twice. I do want to end this vlog with really good news. Despite what might have happened with the movers and throwing our belongings and purposely breaking things because they are not getting paid enough and venting about their own management and COVID, that is the least of our worries. Gerald is coming home in a few days. He called through Messenger camera the other day, and when we saw him 2 weeks ago for a visit, it reminded me of when my grandmother had a stroke back in 1985 and I was 12 years old. He may seem or look different or talk different, but he's still the same person that I've known since 1988. 33 years. But when he called us 2 days ago, I could not believe my eyes. Shiloh and I were elated that physical therapy and speech therapy have done wonders for him. His speech was coming out almost normal. And they have told us that mentally he's been the same person. He can walk. He has to take it slow, obviously, because he has a traumatic brain disorder, but he's smart. He knows that we bought a townhome. He knows that we've moved in. He's seen what we've decorated, and he's ready to fight and come home. I am so proud of Gerald, of how far he's come, and he's not giving up at all. He's ready to come home, and he's going to bring physical therapy here twice a week, and speech therapy. They want to work on his right arm as well. He is not able to move his right arm and shoulder. He's in a splint. So all of that service stuff is going to come to the home. I will close by saying, just be grateful for what you have, you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day and rest of the weekend. Be grateful that you wake up every morning and say, thank you, God, for letting me live another day. I'm very grateful for all of my dearest friends that have got me here and supported me and pushed me to keep going with the house buying process and getting off of deplorable living. That video was in the works at some point in another week or so. I'm trying to find the right time to do it. As far as getting our money back from the movers, it looks like it's already been 100% reversed and deposited back into my account. Just know, you might break me, but I always win. Peace out and stay positive.